Are we gonna be able to see that you're not wearing pants?
Maybe not. It's all good. I've shot videos about pants before, but we'll see. No, I actually think it stops like here, I think. I don't think it goes all the way down. Happy weekend brunches. I'm Bailey Minogue.
And I'm Neil Z.
And this is Too Much for Brunch. Where do we start on a video about someone like Prince? It's so hard.
I think you start with the fact that he changed his name to the shape of his guitar once.
Yeah, the symbol, the man, he was just so much more. Even in his songs, he's like, I'm not a man, I'm a woman.
It's true.
There's so much more to him.
And Prince had literally his own identity. He had literally his own sexuality. He was just Prince. You had to cut some real winners.
Real winners, like not like sort of winners, like really great songs. That being said, we're just gonna jump right into it. I Would Die For You is one of the focal points of Purple Rain, a great movie.
In an album that is literally all focal points.
Yeah, right?
I Would Die For You stands out just a little bit more than the rest of this soaring album. I only ever had it on vinyl, so the whole album is just one big, long Purple Rain to me. But I Would Die For You is very special. It's got great melodies. It is a really mortal sentiment.
Right. And it's one of like the songs you can listen to like no matter where you are. Like when I listen to I Would Die For You, it puts me in like such a great mood. Purple Rain has so many great songs. Like there's no fluff.
There's not.
There's just
the whole thing straight through.
9 amazing songs that everybody knows and everybody loves. And I Would Die For You is just, it might not be the most recognizable, but it's like my personal favorite. And it's my show.
So we do what he said.
You should always do it. We'd all be happy.
1999 has one of the best frat boy lines of all time in it. I think a lot of people who say, let's party like it's 1999, don't realize that they're quoting Prince.
Right? Especially after the fact. Like now that it's 2016, it's turned around, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, now it's
retro.
retro.
It's still relevant, but it's like retro, and now it's like still fun. It's a completely different thing. And in a lot of songs where people do dates or numbers in the song, they really like lose their relevance after the fact, and Prince luckily did.
Yeah, it was futuristic when he did it, and then it was retro when people say it now.
And then it was released in 1982, so even then, he had a good like 17?
Yeah,
17. Yes.
Man. Vicky Vale.
No, I love it. Get the funk up. That dance.
Dance.
As a little nerd faggot, I was such like an intense Batman fan as a child. In one of my birthdays, I think my 6th birthday, I actually had Batman come to my birthday party. Like a guy dressed up as Batman was like hired to come to my birthday party. With my happiest childhood memories.
Oh my god.
But the Batman album in general was such a turning point for Prince. It was so dark and like stylistically, it really like...
It's really weird. It's shockingly weird. Especially for like a movie album that was the soundtrack, but not really.
Right.
And it's conceptually just so strange, and Bat Dance personifies its strangeness.
It's such a funky song it's just samples and glitches, and it's so well put together.
Yeah, but it doesn't stay anywhere. It just kind of meanders. It's like this meandering weird tune. When Doves Cry sits in an interesting place for me because it's a ballad and it's nice, and I feel like that it's supposed to be very, very sad, but it's dated. I think it is a little dated. This song is a little bit dated, which I think the fact that it seems a little dated means that it doesn't pack quite the same emotional punch as it would have like if it was re-recorded like today.
Yeah, I feel like if Prince did re-record it, he probably like, because it's so electronic, I feel like he would have like, with the technology he had now.
Right. And so he was very excited about the technology that he had and trying to convey like a really organic feel. It loses part of that, but it also gains like a little bit of it's more fun now.
Yeah.
You know, so listening back to it, you're like, oh, this is so 80s and it's so fun, but it's really supposed to be like this really serious song, but it loses a bit of its seriousness because
I just remember I remember the video for When Doves Cry being this musical coming of age. Like part of my story, like I talked about how important the video for The Pleasure Principle by Janet Jackson was in other videos, but like When Doves Cry is like the other video that goes hand in hand with that. They were released like a year or two apart. I just remember like the split screen and like the weird kaleidoscope thing he was doing. And then the first time, the paint me, if you will, a picture. Like, he sounds so sexy delivering that line.
Yeah, I think it retains its sexiness,
Yes.
but it loses its seriousness
It
in the
does
test
lose.
of time. Come on, Bailey, take us to church.
Take me to church. I'm not going to do any black women hollering, but Diamonds and Pearls is full of black women hollering. For so many years, I thought it was Martha Wash.
Okay.
It is not Martha Wash.
I don't know. It's Prince.
Well, it's Prince and Rosie Gaines. And for many years, I always thought it was Martha Wash. I don't know. I guess she's the only huge black voice I knew at the time. But Martha Wash obviously was with Sylvester for all those years. 2 Tons of Fun, blah, blah, blah. And, obviously, It's Raining Men, those huge disco songs, and that huge voice. I guess I just assumed that it was Martha Wash.
Men have just rained on you so much, you assume that she's just a part of everything?
You don't know my life.
I don't.
7 is the song that I listen to all the time. You have all these artists with these huge back catalogs. I feel like with Michael Jackson, I listen to Earth Song all the time.
Earth Song.
I love Earth Song.
It's a weird choice.
That chorus in Earth Song is angelic. Are you kidding me?
I mean, no, it's a great tune.
Oh
but
my God,
it's just a weird choice.
It's like I can just feel like all that emotion in that chorus.
You know what? I have the same thing with Britney Spears, though. Mine's Lace and Leather.
Lace and Leather. The Britney Spears song I listen to the most is probably Get Naked.
Oh,
It probably says a ton about me. I listen to 7 every single day. I have a song for everybody. Like with Whitney Houston, I listen to It's Not Right, But It's Okay pretty much every day. With Cher, I listen to Strong Enough every day. For me, 7 is the Prince song I listen to every single day. Sometimes twice a day.
I just Cher every day.
Why are you judging me right now? I'm feeling my oats.
I'm lightly judging.
Let me feel my oats.
Right? I just love that little sine wave. That's just
I think you just love screaming like a white lady. I was so tickled. I was so tickled by that line when the song came out, though. I don't know why.
The little wiggly thing up at the top.
And he says at the bridge of the song.
You'll
be screaming like a white lady when I count to 3.
Yeah.
And then it's like that pitch you're talking about. It goes like way higher.
Yeah.
I just thought that was I don't know.
I just love that little wiggly thing up on top. Little Red Corvette is our favorite Little Red euphemism for his Little Red Corvette. And Little Red Corvette is one of those special tunes that's just such a great radio friendly but still very sexy but not as overt as some of his other songs, which we'll still get to.
Yeah, we're good.
It's just a nice way to talk about your penis.
Right? I feel like there's so many things that are pulled from this song. There's so many artists like Usher, Justin Timberlake, obviously, Chris Brown, so many people. Little Red Corvette is one of those songs that influenced so many male artists that came after the fact.
We would say Prince-fluence.
Prince-fluence.
Hashtag Prince-fluence.
Hashtag Prince-fluence.
Number 2 on the list is my personal favorite Prince song. And it's also, I believe, the only song of this level that uses the word masturbate in the song itself.
Who masturbates in a hotel lobby?
I don't know. Prince, apparently.
You ever just walk into a hotel lobby and say, oh, she's masturbating?
Just here's a magazine. I was always okay, there's a debate. It's unclear whether Darling Nikki is masturbating in the hotel lobby or it's Prince who is masturbating in the hotel lobby. Either way, that's when
that's when you matter, yeah.
Sitting in a hotel lobby, masturbating with magazines. So it could be either one.
Could be either one. I always thought it was her.
I always thought it was him.
I assumed he was.
And she walks up to a publicly masturbating man.
Yeah, I thought he walked into a publicly masturbating woman. I thought she was not her.
Edit.
In a time where you didn't talk about that, we still don't talk about that. We still don't treat women that way. It's such a good way to be yes, women can be not horrifically, but women can be just incredibly sexually experienced and have a huge sexual appetite. And he talks about her having everything he's never seen, and he's never going to be the same because she taught him a thing or two. And that is not a message that men usually give to women.
That's very true.
It's such a special song for that reason. I feel like the age of the metaphor is so over nowadays, so everything has to be a sexual innuendo is the only way we know how to do metaphor. But he took metaphor for everything else, and then just talked about sex. Just like overtly, just this is what happened. We went up to her hotel room and she had all kinds of stuff that she put in my butt. Pretty much.
Kiss is such perfection. Lyrically, sonically, image-wise, it's everything. It's about wanting someone who's going to be themselves. Like, I think that is an important thing, too. Because I'll date or sleep with... Okay, I don't want to say on camera that I'll sleep with anybody. Let's rephrase.
You have no scruples.
I have no scruples. But I don't want to date anyone who isn't comfortable with themselves. I don't want to be bothered with anyone who isn't comfortable with themselves. And it had like such great one-liners, like act your age, not your shoe size, and then I'll fuck you kind of. That's basically like it's like,
pretty much.
It's so sexy, but it's still so much fun.
Yeah.
It's such a great song. Fun story. As an adult listening to Kiss, I got into this like lip syncing, like fun dance battle with this guy, and we were dancing on each other for most of it, and then by the end of the song, one of us was inside the other. So, thank you, Prince.
The entire thing is done in his falsetto,
which also is very impressive.
Yeah, he just nails it, and
that's something that Justin Timberlake tries to do and is so bad at. And I hate
Justin
it.
Timberlake is great at it.
I hate it.
Justin Timberlake's amazing. Don't listen to Bailey.
I
Justin Timberlake is amazing, and
can't.
Rihanna is not worth paying money to go see.
Show's over. Pack all the shit up. So there we have it. Those are the top 10 songs that we picked, and Prince has literally like hundreds of songs. It took quite some time to get down to just 10. So I know we left some very, very major songs out. If you feel so inclined, you can tell us how terrible we are and why we left out your favorite.
We know that Raspberry Beret is not on this list.
I know Raspberry Beret is not on this list. It's such
also, the entire rest of Purple Rain is not on this list, including Purple Rain.
And Purple Rain is not on the list, but you know, I feel like Purple Rain is so obviously his strongest song and so iconic.
It's not his strongest song. It's just his longest song.
It's just so iconic. I felt like talking about it would be silly. Like, we don't need another YouTube video talking about how awesome Thriller was. We know that.
Yeah.
If you want to join the conversation, you can also, just comment below, obviously, or you can follow me on Twitter at TMFB_Bailey.
And I'm at Hearken to My Call.
And you can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/toomuchforbrunch. And I just want to remind you all to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching.
Kiss this.
Bye. Be winters.